Is it hot?
No.
Wow.
So what do you think?
Oh, it's amazing. Unreal flavors.
Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make Bharwa baingan, means stuffed eggplants. You must be wondering like how many eggplant dishes I'm gonna make. There's so much you can do with your eggplants. If you have eggplants, if you have two plants of eggplants, you can have so many eggplants there and you can do so many different dish channel. There's so many different recipe, Italian, Indian, like so many things you can do with your eggplants. So today's recipe is going to be different and I'm trying to make this recipe very easy so everyone can make easily. So today's eggplants, so we need a smaller eggplants for this recipe. These are the little bit longer one, but you can find the round but smaller, the same size but round one, but this is fine. So this one I got from local store here. If I'm not wrong, you can order online these days, everything. So or you can find this in Indian store, very easy. If there's any Indian grocery store, you can find these eggplants. Okay, so I'm using 7 eggplants. Okay, so either way you can do, you can leave this head here or you can take this head off and just cut them from here like this. So you just cut them in half here, but you want to make sure this part stay together. You don't want to take this off completely. You want these eggplants to be together at the bottom. See, I'm not cutting like all the way, cut like this. When you're cutting, watch for your finger. So like see how they connected each other. So you want to leave this one this way, okay? And my son Ezra, I want to cut this rest of the eggplants. So he's watching me and learning how to do. So if he can do, so you can do too. Yeah, all the way here. Like this.
I can do
Like
differently.
this. Okay. And when you do, you have to be very careful.
I got it. Okay.
Yeah, you got it?
Yep.
So watch your finger. Good job.
Gotta make sure it's cut
Careful with the...
all the way through.
Yeah, that's good. I will do rest. Okay, so here are the ingredients we needed. So here's the eggplants, 7 I'm using, and you can see like I left at this head. If you don't want, you can just cut this head, but make sure when you cut the eggplants they should connect each other from the bottom. See, this way. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this eggplant in a salty water for a few minutes. Also, sometimes you think this is so much work to do this way. So what you can do, you can just sprinkle some salt here inside, a little bit, like sprinkle a little bit salt, and with just, or you can rub a little bit salt here and leave it for few minutes, maybe like 5 to 6 minutes. So while we're soaking this eggplant, I will show you what we need. So here's the onion. I'm using 1 medium size, finely chopped, and this garlic. I'm using 6 cloves of fresh garlic. So I didn't cut them, I didn't chop them. I used shredder. So I just shredded this in a fine side. And I'm using this 2-inch long ginger. I shredded the ginger also. Plus tomato. So this is around like 5 ounces. Or you can use fresh tomato if you have, from your garden or anything. So you can use, or if you're canning, so you can use from there also a diced tomato. You can dice them. And after a long time, I'm using my masala dabba. So I'm going to use chili powder. So I'm going to use half teaspoon of chili powder, red chili powder. And you can start with 1/4. If you want to add more when you taste them while you cook, you can taste and see if you need more, you can add more. Like you can do like according to your taste, how much you can survive with that. I'm joking. A half teaspoon of turmeric powder here, 2 teaspoon of garam masala. So, and I'm using half teaspoon of cumin seed. So if you don't have cumin seed, you can use cumin powder if you have a little bit. 1/4 teaspoon of cumin powder. And okay, one more thing. So you always cover your dry spices and don't buy so much. Just buy in a bulk, small amount. Use them. You're gonna finish them. You can order them, or you can just buy in local store. Sometimes we have a co-op here where we buy our bulk spices. We are soaking our eggplants here in a salt water. So we need to taste first, when we're cooking. If we need more, so we can add more anytime. So let's start with 1 teaspoon of true sea salt. Okay, so right now we're heating some oil in this pot. I'm heating 2 tablespoons of olive oil here. So oil is hot. So first thing we're gonna do, I have a new chef in town. So first thing we're gonna do, add this cumin seed. So when oil is hot, then we put cumin seed. Otherwise cumin seed need to make a pop sound.
Yeah.
So that means it's good.
Add all of them?
Yes.
Will the oil pop?
No, it's not, they're not going to come all the way up, so be careful. Yep, good.
Right?
Yep. So as soon as we put add this, so now we're going to add this onion.
Oh, just the onion?
Yeah.
Okay.
So now we're adding this onion after cumin seed. Okay, just stir this, just cook this until this onion get a little golden brown. Okay, now this onion are done. Onion are it took like 7 to 8 minutes. You can see they're a little bit golden brown. So now Ezra are going to add ginger and garlic. You can make ginger garlic paste if you want, but this is easier way I do.
All of it?
Yeah, you can see ginger and garlic here.
Alright, all of it at the same time?
Mm-hmm.
All the onions?
Yeah. Okay, now we're going to add some tomato. We're going to add all these tomatoes. Okay, go ahead.
All of it?
Yeah.
It's a bit heavy.
And
Both of it?
yeah, and add this turmeric and chili powder. Now you have to wash your hand with soap after touching the chili, because you don't want to get in your eyes. I think my chef, he is doing something right now. So you can just stir this after adding this tomatoes, chili powder and turmeric powder, and let this cook. I'm gonna cover this so will cook faster. It's been cooking last 8 or 9 minutes, around 8 or 9 minutes. So now my chef is back. So we're gonna add this garam masala.
Okay, all of it?
This 1 whole tablespoon of
it's
garam
hot.
masala. You just don't have to touch it like this, just drop it like this. See? Yeah,
I'm just doing it like this so you get all of it.
Oh, okay, good job. And one more thing, I didn't mention this before, and this is optional. Here is a tapioca flour. So I'm using 1 tablespoon of tapioca flour. And so what I did, so before I add there, I just add a little bit warm water and mix this well. So that's why you don't get any bubble or anything. So we're gonna add this into this sauce. This also gonna help us thicken this masala. Now we can mix this all well. And let's cook this for 5 minutes. You can see as soon as we add this tapioca flour here, and this is getting so thickened here, kind of like sticky, but it's fine. Let's cook this for 5 minutes. I'm gonna add a little bit of water here. So okay, this flour I add is optional. If you don't have tapioca flour, you can use besan or chickpea flour. And you have to keep stirring this, we're cooking this 5 minutes, but because since we add this tapioca flour, we have to keep mixing this, and we don't want this to get like but so now we're going to add this salt, sea salt, to mix this, and I'm cooking this medium heat. So this flour is completely off. If you don't have tapioca, you don't have any flour, don't worry about that. Just use whatever beside flour, whatever we're using, use this there also. And if you have dry mango powder, use 1 teaspoon of dry mango powder. I don't have right now, so I'm not going to use. But when we serve the eggplant, you can add a little bit of lemon juice. Okay, so it's done. So I'm going to put this aside so they can get a little bit cool off. Now we're gonna stuff those eggplants. As you remember, we were soaking this in a salt water. I just took them off from salt water. So now I'm going to stuff this with all the spices we made it. So since it's very hot, you can wait for this, or you can just add all in here. Be careful, don't get burned. I have leftover sauce a little bit. So here, so we are going to use that leftover sauce also. Okay, in the same pot, I add 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I'm heating this oil. So oil is hot right now. So I'm going to fry these eggplants in here. You can just drop them slowly. You can use a spoon or your hand. Okay, so when you're frying this, you have to make sure there enough room for all the eggplants can sit on the bottom. Otherwise, you can fry few at a time and then fry another one. Because this, we need to just fry a little bit until the skin gets softer. We'll cover this and we'll check in a few minutes. Okay, so I have to flip them one time, both sides. So now we'll see the eggplant looks softer now. So yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to add this sauce, leftover sauce in here. If you need some water, look like dry while you're cooking, you can add some water. Let's cover this and let this cook for a few minutes. Okay, so let's check, and this looks good. Now they are cooked. So you have to cook this until they're very soft. Eggplant. So eggplant is done. I'm going to turn this off. Let's serve this. Okay, I have my taster here to taste. So let's garnish this with cilantro a little bit. Okay, so let's see what she said.
Where do I start? It looks so good.
So you can start. See, because there's a stuffed plants, you can just break a little bit smaller piece. Maybe I think I have to feed her. So let's see.
Is it hot?
No.
Wow.
So what do you think?
Oh, it's amazing. Unreal flavors. Unreal.
So she passed this. That means it's good. So you have to try this recipe in your home. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you for watching.